Wisdom family. I feel like Wendy tonight. How you doing?
Butters and Black Soap offers high-quality, handcrafted butters, black soaps, and oils made with all-natural ingredients that improve the appearance of hair, skin, and nails. Try Butters and Black Soap's amazing collection of African black soaps sourced from Ghana and infused with ingredients such as turmeric, oatmeal, sea moss, coconut milk, activated charcoal, and more to promote healthy-looking skin. Say goodbye to dry, cracked skin with the Sea Moss Body Cream by Butters and Black Soaps. This non-greasy formula will leave your skin soft and supple. If you want to achieve a natural, healthy glow, try one of their whipped Shea butters. Indulge in the luxurious feel of African black soaps and more by Butters and Black Soap. Shop now at www.butters_blacksoap.com. Use custom code WISDOM for a 15% discount. Shop now.
Well, hello, Wisdom family. I am Wisdom's daughter. Welcome back to another Wisdom Family Picnic. If you are new here, I'm going to go ahead and thank you in advance for hitting the like and subscribing to the channel. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers, y'all, and we're going to keep going and keep growing. All right, y'all, let me see who is first in the building. Let's see who we got first. It was King Poetry. King was first in the building. He said, "Good evening, family. Participated in an open mic last night. Don't know if Uncle Willie made it, but if so, hopefully he didn't act like a fool." We appreciate you, King June's Poetry, and we appreciate Uncle Willie being in the building. June, when you get a chance, drop me an email at iamwisdomsdaughter@gmail.com. I got some info for you. All right, who else we got? We got Nola Brown in the building. Pecan Tan Queen is in the building. Kia Elder said, "Hello, Wisdom's Daughter and family chat." Queen Lily in the building. Queen, I spoke you up. We were just talking about you the other day because we missed you. And we was giving some testimonies about some things, and we was talking about you. So I'm so glad to see that you are in the building. Let's see who else we got. All right, now, so we got some more people coming. So listen, we're going to talk about these romance scams. We went into detail about Shirley's story and how she ended up with a man like Nesto. And I told you guys about my own story about being a victim of a scam. And so we got these Tinder swindlers out here, and they are doing some things they should not be doing. And so we're going to talk about a woman who was scammed out of $30,000 on a dating app after a fake proposal. All right. So we putting that information out there so our beautiful kings and queens don't get scammed. Nat Queen Cole's in the building, said, "Good evening, Queen. I appreciate you." And Just Friday 88 said, "Hello, everyone." Shout out to all the new subscribers in the building. So I'm gonna have to give you a little bit of context before we get into this particular video that we're gonna look at tonight, because, and again, if you guys are just coming in the room, make sure you hit the like button on the way in, because by the time we get done, y'all gonna be ready for bed and y'all might forget. Give you a little bit of context. So the woman that we're going to be talking about actually appeared on Kendra G's YouTube channel, her show. Now, I had limited knowledge about Kendra G, so I had to do my research, and this queen is on point. I'm gonna give you a little bit of background about her. She's a former radio personality, but she has a dating app, and so the woman that we're going to be talking about actually was on her dating app, and this queen didn't make the best decisions, and we're going to talk about her story. The reason why I have to give you some context, because I'm going to warn you, the woman that's trying to tell her story is all over the place. Okay. She doesn't start at the beginning, the middle, or the end. She starts somewhere in between. And Kendra G was working overtime to try to help her get this story out and try to make it make sense. And just a little disclaimer, and Kendra G is going to talk about it. Yes, she has a dating app, but she is not responsible for people who don't use wisdom and discretion on these dating apps. So let me just put it out there. I am not at all blaming Kendra G for what happened to this lady, but we're going to talk about it because it's a really interesting story. Because I'm trying to figure out, how do you get engaged after 2 months? Y'all help me out here. How do we get engaged after 2 months? Would you accept a marriage proposal from somebody after only 2 months? I mean, are we that thirsty out here in these YouTube streets? I'm just trying to find out. Yeah, 30,000. Shea B is in the building and said, hey, WDM fam. So let me, there's a little quick video about Kendra G, how she got started with this dating app. We're going to start there really quickly, just to give you some background about this dating app. And then we're going to go into this woman's story, because a lot of red flags that she ignored. I mean, it's, I don't understand why we do this to ourselves. Nat Queen Cole said, I love you, WD. I love you right back. I appreciate the love. So we'll talk about Kendra G, because I don't know how many of you were familiar with Kendra G, but let's get into her story. So again, she's a former radio host out of Chicago. She started a dating app called Kendra G Singles. Okay. And she's going to talk to you a little bit about how she got started with this app. So the video should be queued up. I think
people find love this summer. Kendra G was an on-air personality on WGCI for more than 10 years and is now the creator of a new app called Kendra G Single.
This is a global app. People from all over the world finding love. It is Love Month, June. I am the loveologist. So tonight, Kendra G is here in our State Street studios along with George and Candace Woods. They are married, you guys. She is just meeting them for the first time here in Chicago.
Yes.
After they met on her dating app. So let's go back to the beginning of how this started in the pandemic, right?
Yes. First of all, flowers to Cheryl Burton, because it's the queen right here. I can't do anything until I give you your flowers.
I love you.
And also, we love you too.
During
the pandemic, I went live on Instagram to connect single people. I was single at the time, and I knew that first night I would change my life forever. And it's organic, it's regular people, and he's one of the regular people that came on my show, but he's not so regular because he is an amazing man. She ran into him in Chicago. They are married now, and that's a Kendra kid.
Okay, a Kendra kid. Yes, hashtag Kendra kid.
Who's the little lady?
Graceland.
Oh,
she's Graceland. She's adorable. How old is she?
I'm Auntie Cheryl. Oh my goodness. See?
George, tell your story.
Tell her. All right.
Yeah, so God is truly good. I lost my mother in 2018, and I was praying and asking him to really align pathways for me. He took one thing, and I now needed something else. I had a son that was the best thing that ever happened to me at the time, but I was praying for what I knew God had for me. And I knew Candace previously, and she told me basically, you know what, you got a new baby, get out of my face, man. Don't play with me or my time. Really, I want true love. So we separate. We didn't have any conversation or anything like that. I got into Kendra G's show, Instagram days, and I got on there and I just said what I was really looking for. Candace ran across me again and was like, okay, well, I saw you on there. I'm sure your inbox is lit up with some options. They weren't, though, and they weren't the right one, because I then landed a conversation with Candace, and it's been love ever since.
Come on.
So that is a beautiful story. I am elated that he found him some love. All right. Kendra G is trying to heat up the summer and help people find some summer love. Okay. But for this young lady right here in the middle, that was not her story. Her story is, she met somebody on the app who's a predator. And that's really why she went onto the Kendra G show. And I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. That's why she went onto the Kendra G show, to let Kendra G know, listen, you have somebody that is on your app that is scamming people. And now Kendra G lets her know, listen, you got to take responsibility for some of the mistakes that you made, because as you listen to this lady's story, I'm telling you, get your popcorn ready, because this is ratchet. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get right on into it. We're not going to delay.
Call you back.
You are on the phone.
So, Kendra, oh my gosh, I got an update for you.
Okay, you was on my show before?
Yes, and it's so horrible.
What happened?
It's a man preying on women from your show.
He's a man from was he on my show?
He's contacting women who comes on your show.
Okay.
And he's preying on them. And I just so happen to be one of his victims.
So tell me what he did.
Okay. He lied about, from the time I talked to him to the time I found out the truth, he lied. Like, he lied about everything. The story's so long. I've been emailing you, trying to tell you the story. I got the police involved.
Wait, so start from the top. Start from the top.
Okay.
So first, when did you come on my show?
April
of this year.
Yes, I will have to go back and see.
Okay, so April. So this happened within the last 3 months or so.
Yes, the situation just like evolved. Like, I just found out he was lying about everything recent. Like, this is so it's
wait. What's your name again, honey?
Truck Lady T.
Okay, but let's just start from the top so we can make sure we follow along the story. So you come on the show, and then did he DM you?
He sent me a DM. At first, I wasn't a highlight, but I still got people sending me messages. So one day I was working and I responded to his messages. And then I gave him a phone number or whatever, but it wasn't my phone number. It was an app number. So we started talking. We was talking every day. Now, based off the information that he gave me, I'm like, okay, this man seemed like he's a nice individual. And we met up in Miami based off of the things he was telling me or whatever. But it comes to find out everything this man told me.
Well, what did he tell you, Truck Lady?
He told me he's a lawyer for Young Thug. He's a lawyer at all. He told me he had 5 siblings. He told me that he had like Airbnb businesses. He had a restaurant. He told me anything that you could think of, this man told me.
And you believed it all?
No, I believe sort of down the line, I started getting skeptical because anytime I would say somebody's name, he like, oh, I know them. I'm like, in the back of my, I'm like, why is it every time I say somebody's name, you know them? And you throwing out big names. So it's like, I know people, but I'm not going to tell you who the hell I know because it's irrelevant. Why are you telling me this? So he started throwing out names. Now, before I started speculating that he was lying, he gave me a ring.
What kind of ring?
An engagement ring.
He proposed to you?
Yes.
And you said yes?
Yeah.
Why did you say yes? And you haven't known this man more than 3 months?
No.
That's what I'm trying to say. Kendra, what's going on? How are we accepting a marriage proposal after 2 months? Legacy Moon said he told her things that were easily verifiable. So let me give you some context because this girl is all over the place. She lives in one state. He lives in a completely different state. I think lives in Pennsylvania. She was in Michigan. So they met up in Miami. So she met somebody on a dating app and met up with the man in Miami and was staying in a hotel room with him with somebody she didn't know from Adam. Okay. In Miami. And they started kicking it. You know how you meet somebody, shout out to I Am Mrs. BB in the building, and y'all click and y'all talk every day and y'all start hanging out. So it's kind of one of those situations where things move really fast. And this man proposed after, it wasn't even 2 months. It really wasn't 2 months, as you're going to hear in the video, because Kendra G is going to break it all the way down. From the time that she was on the app and this guy DM'd her, to the time that she's saying I got the police involved because he scammed me was 2 months, which means the quote unquote proposal was less than two. How do you accept the Onisha, Queen, if you met somebody and y'all was kicking it and he was, and he, everything sounded good. He's a lawyer and he knows a lot of people and he seems like he's got money and he's talking a good game, but it's only 2 months and he proposes to you, Onisha. Wouldn't that be a red flag? Like, bro, why are you moving so fast? You don't even know me. Propose for what? To what? What is it about me that you know in 2 months that's making you want to propose to me? June's Poetry said, if he wants to see your finances, you need to see his portfolio, acquire information the way prospective landlords do. All right, so this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the young lady who sounds like she doesn't have her head totally screwed on straight. And the funny thing is, I thought that she reminded me a little bit of Sonia and how she looked, and she's in a gas station. Y'all see she's at Love's. So this already lets me know that she's not using wisdom or any kind of discernment, because she's having a whole conversation at this gas station. She's not paying attention to her surroundings. Her door is unlocked and everything else. So she was just, someone who other people could easily prey upon, because she's giving me a little bit of thirst and a little bit of desperate. Okay. Thirst with desperate on the rocks. All right, let's keep going.
Because the way that I've always imagined it is like, okay, I want to be married. I want to have kids, and I don't really have a time frame on it. So it's like, I don't have a problem.
But wait a minute. You just told me that you didn't believe.
This was after. When
did he propose? Because you came on the show in April, now we're in June. So when did he propose?
I would say like 3 weeks ago.
So 3 weeks ago, he got on one knee and asked you to be his wife.
Yeah. So
and how many times had you seen him in person before 3 weeks ago?
But 4 times.
Oh hell, she another Sonia. I only seen him in person 5 times. Lord, and listen, this is for entertainment. I'm not trying to make fun of this lady, and her getting scammed is not funny. It's just the situation itself is just comical to me. So she basically said that 3 weeks ago from this time frame. So let me just go back for a second. So this episode was posted, and I think the show aired on June 17th. So basically, she's saying around June 1st. She was on the show middle of May. So you talking about a month and a half. It wasn't even 2 months that she got engaged to this guy. All right. Her response and her explanation as to why she went along with this it blows minds.
And I was at his house for 2 weeks consecutive.
Okay, so at this moment, y'all got into a committed relationship.
Yes.
And where did he live?
Pennsylvania.
Okay. So you stayed at his house for 2 weeks in Pennsylvania.
Yes. My son, how I found out he lied about everything is my son called me and he was like, I want to come home. He was with his father. So I catch a flight to go pick up my son. But when I pick up my son is sick. So I'm like, I'm going to stay home. I live in Michigan. I'm like, I'm going to stay home and I'm going to nurse my son back, healthy. But as soon as I pick up my son, he like, hey, Mom, I want to go to my grandma's house, So I'm like, okay, I'm going to let you go once you get better. But I tell him, I'm like, hey, I'm going to make sure my son is good before I come back out there. Now, the plan was for me to get my son and go back out there. I met his daughter. He met my son. I met his sister.
At this moment, are you guys engaged? This is 3 weeks ago.
Right now, no.
Okay, so when this happened, you wasn't engaged yet?
Yes, we was. When this happened, we was.
Okay, so this is within the last 3 weeks. So when did this happen?
No, this happened in the last week.
Week, okay.
At me finding
so you're engaged.
Shay be clowning. She said, girl, please. She's on my nerve already. Yes, she got on my nerve through the whole thing. Okay, she can't even tell her own story. And for that reason, I was actually questioning whether or not she was telling the truth, because she started giving me some Risa Tisa vibes. When she started getting into some of the details and whatnot, her eyes are all over the place. She looked like she's thinking about stuff. The stuff that just happened a week ago, 2-3 weeks ago, she can't remember. these things do happen. I'm not sure what's going on with this young lady. If she just made up this story because she wanted to be, I was gonna say on TV, but she wanted to be YouTube famous because she was supposed to go on another dating show or something like that. Legacy Moon said there is a such thing as love at first sight, but you don't sleep with the first man that impresses you, right? You can Google and find out anything you want about somebody. I wish I could walk around and go in my kitchen for wine. This is a hot mess. Oh, I'm sorry, Pecan 10. I said what I said is in the building. All right, let's get on with this ratchet story because this.
You go home to take care of your son. Okay.
So I go there to take care of my son or whatever. So this Thursday, I left Wednesday, Thursday. I'm at home Thursday, and ever since I get home, it's like, well, when I get home and I tell him that, it's like he was trying to get me back there, but I'm like, no, I got to take care of my son. I got to make sure my son is good. Then, whatever. But ever since Thursday, okay, I'm at home Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every day I'm home, we getting into it. And I don't understand why. And some of the things are coming to light, like this man stole money from me.
How do you get access to steal money from you?
When we had went to Miami.
Okay.
This was like we went to Miami and he had my credit. I didn't know he had.
How did you get your credit card?
I just left like my stuff in my purse, like around. I had several purses, so I just leave my purse there and just take another purse. And
so basically, you meet somebody on a dating app. He hits you in your DM. All right, y'all get to talking to each other through the app. You liking what you hear. Okay, she says that this man wasn't her type and he wasn't the type of man that she normally goes for. I'm assuming because the man probably wasn't that handsome. It sounded like is what she meant. But anyway, so she's like, all right, well, let's meet up. So they meet up in Miami. You don't know this dude from Adam. You're already in a hotel room with this dude and you just leave your purse wide open. And then he's living with her already. Hold on a second. June's Poetry said, is the video showing? I'm getting this video may be inappropriate for some user screen. Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna fix that. That's a YouTube setting. I'll fix that. June's Poetry. It is definitely showing. I will fix that for you, sir. And while I'm fixing that, yeah, this starts to get a little weird after a while because I've never seen a woman make moves like this. Is it just me? I wouldn't even trust staying in a hotel room after what happened to Miss Robinson. What is the young lady's name who went to Mexico with her friends and didn't come back home alive? I can't think of her first name, but anyway, but I'm after situations like that, I'm very, very skeptical. So, oh girl. Okay. So June's Poetry, if you refresh your screen, whatever you saw should come up. So June's Justin's mom is in the building. Said hello, everyone. So how do you just leave your purse out there? And I'm gonna tell you why I think she's lying. Well, you guys are gonna figure it out because you let me know if you Shanquilla, thank you, Shanquilla Robinson. After that situation, so I want you guys to tell me if you guys picked up on what I picked up with some of what this lady is saying. So I know her voice is kind of annoying and she really do kind of look like a young Sonia for a second, but just pay attention to what she actually is saying. Because I hate to down her or belittle her because I'm going to tell you if you guys, it's going to come up towards the end, but those who were on Kendra G's live, they were roasting this girl. But you don't make good decisions. And what do you expect? I mean, you don't. Anyway.
You know, while we around Miami.
So, okay, this was the first time you met him?
No.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever.
So you're saying, so in the last week, you learned that when y'all were in Miami, he stole your credit card?
He stole my credit card. He ran my credit card up. I found out he was lying. I found out that he didn't have all the siblings that he said he had. I found out he didn't go to law school. I found out that he's actually an accountant and he's using his clients' accounts to try to fund his lifestyle. It's a lie. It's
Truck lady, real quick. When did you find out? I want to talk about the credit card situation. How did you find out he stole your credit card?
Exactly.
Because I asked him about it, and I'm like, why, what's going on? He like, well, I'm gonna pay you back or whatever. I'm like, well,
wait, pause.
you didn't have.
You're skipping. No, I need clear details.
Okay.
Did you see? Hold on? Did you see a charge?
Yes, I think charges.
Okay, so when did you see the charge that you didn't expect?
Thank you, Kendra. Get her, because she all over the place. Like, how did you? It's a simple question. Some of you do the same thing. It's a simple question. How did you find out? Okay, because you don't just go to somebody randomly and say, "Did you use my credit card?" How did you find out that this man used your credit card? I'm just saying.
I seen charges like I want to say a week ago. So
the charges happened a week ago.
No, I seen the charges. Like I got six cards, and I don't always.
So when did he make those charges?
He made those charges when we was in Miami.
And when was you in Miami?
We was in Miami. Hold on, let me check my phone. We was in Miami.
Ooh, it wasn't that long ago. It was not that long ago.
I want to say the 17th of May.
I need to know what old girl is smoking. Okay, because I get it. Once you start hitting your 40s, that brain that memory just hit different. But lady, ma'am, little girl. So the charges happened in May, but you didn't see the charges until a week ago? A week ago would be the second week in June. So you talking about 6 weeks? 7 weeks? So apparently she just, get her credit card statement and don't even look at it. I mean, you cannot do that anymore. Like, I scrutinize my bank statements because I've had memberships that I have canceled and they try to get slick, right? And they will cancel it, but then they'll wait a month and then start recharging me again, thinking I'm not going to look. Don't play with me.
I'm not exactly sure. I have to go back on them.
So the 17th of May. So that's like a month after you being on my show.
Yeah. So we went to Miami or whatever. And why is this like this?
Okay. So at this time you hadn't known him that long. How many times have y'all met in person? If you were on my show in April and Miami 17th, you were together.
We met once. I want to say once.
So you met once.
Yeah, because he also came to Dallas. And yeah, then we was in Pennsylvania. We were supposed to take another trip. But I found all this information out.
But wait, you supposed to take another trip when?
We were supposed to take another trip last week.
Okay, before we get on my show, then and then a month later, like May 17th, so y'all must have started talking fast.
Yeah, we did. Like when I say after I messaged him, we was talking every single day. Like, because I don't. At the time I came on your show, I was talking to one person, but it wasn't nothing serious. So once I started talking to him and we started talking about, what you want and what you're looking for, and because I made it known, like, I want to be married. I want something serious. And we made it known, like, what I was looking for. It was like we were just talking every day.
Okay, so you just basically told him everything that he needed to know so that he could scam you. She already said that she wanted to be married. She didn't have a timeline. She wanted something serious. There's nothing wrong with wanting a serious relationship, and there's nothing wrong with making that clear. Listen, I'm not for play. There's nothing wrong with that. But you don't have to be so quick to tell a man that you want to be married. Because I want to be married. Well, he proposed and she was dumb enough to accept. I mean, I wonder. Well, you know what? Let her tell you about the proposal. I don't even want to spoil it for y'all because I'm telling you, like, y'all either gonna need some popcorn or some corn liquor after this. Okay.
Yeah. So what you want? What's your beliefs? What's your background? Cover all that. So based off what he was saying, I'm like, okay, well, you seem like a nice person. We said submit or whatever. But after the trip, not after the trip. After I came home for my son, that's when things started coming to light. Like things started coming to light. Like, he was lying about everything. I got in contact. I met his sister when I was in Pennsylvania, but we didn't have a conversation about him. I met his daughter, and after I left, things weren't sitting right in my spirit, and some like tell me like, you know, he kept trying to switch things around. Anytime I asked him a question, he was turning around on me, and I'm like, I know nothing ain't wrong with me. So I'm like,
no, boo boo, something is definitely wrong with you. Okay, something is definitely wrong with you. So she goes to Pennsylvania to meet the sister and the daughter, but they don't have a conversation about him. Okay, I think I can recall one time where I met, you know, anybody's family that I was dealing with, and we didn't talk about him. I mean, they was eager. Girl, let me spill the tea. You know, he brought somebody else here last weekend, right? You know, that's just an example. I'm just being funny. But yes, 369 Blue Neptune. She left her purse and her credit card. She just left her purse out there, you know, like just like it was. My purse would have been in the safe, and I would have been the only one with the code. Okay. Right. How does she know that was even his sister or the daughter or whatever, what have you? But how do you meet a relative and you don't talk about the person at all? Okay. Let's keep going.
okay, I started doing some digging. I
Oh, now
started
you did.
going on Google. I did a background check, trying to find people. I was able to find his ex-wife and his sister. I met his sister, so I reached out to. I was able to find her information on what's that app called with the job listings?
Indeed. No.
Whatever
LinkedIn.
website it was. I was able to find her information, and I
LinkedIn.
sent her a message like, "Hey, this is me. Give me a call." Now, I did that. This was Tuesday. I was on my way back from Pennsylvania to get my stuff from his house, and I was at the airport. I sent her that message. As my flight landing, I get a text like, "Hey, this is me," or whatever. I say, "Hey, I'm landing. I'm gonna give you a call in 5 minutes." I talked to her, and I'm like, "Hey, you know, is something mentally wrong with your brother?"
No, boo boo. I think it's something mentally wrong with you because you can't tell a story to save your life. Okay. You need Jesus. She said, so I got off the plane at 5 o'clock, and I made it to baggage claim at 5:02. I'm smacking on purpose. And I got in a taxi cab at 5:08. We just want to know the important details. We don't care about the flight you was waiting on, how it was, about the person snoring next to you, the lady behind you passing gas, or the baby screaming in front of you. We just need to know. She could have just led with, well, I talked to the sister and the sister said whatever. Legacy, not Legacy Moon. Shea B said you gonna get robbed. How long does it take to get gas?
She say, "No, what do you mean?" I say, he tell me that, you know, he was raised in a 2-parent household. He got 5 siblings. He got this going on. He like all the stuff that he lied about. That, you know, his father, dad, and everything. She like, wait, hold on. She like, no, we got 2 siblings. Our mother raised us. He doesn't do that. And basically everything he told me was a lie. I reached out to his ex-wife. She say, "Oh no, he's an accountant. He told me he divorced 5 years ago."
This is giving Risa Tisa Truck Lady T. I saw Truck Lady T. I'm like, wait a minute, don't we have a Wisdom family member that's like, no, that's CP Trucker, and CP Trucker got a whole lot more sense than that. This is really starting to give Risa Tisa. So at this point, I'm wondering like what's going on. Why are you looking around, sis? What you looking at? She looking around because she knows she finna get robbed. That's why she looking around. Because she over here all in her phone telling this story and she's not paying attention to her surroundings. And she been at that gas station for listen, the live that Kendra G did was 40 minutes. And she was at that gas station holding up that pump all that time. I'll be worried too.
He divorced 2 years ago. She told me that he proposed to somebody while they were still married. And it's a lot, it's a lot more, and it's a lot more detailed. But I know that I was on your app and I was talking to my friends about this or whatever, because it was a whole episode. Like, if I really sit down and tell you the whole story, like, it's emotional for me.
Wait a minute, she got friends? How you have friends and you still ended up accepting a marriage proposal after less than 2 months and you have friends. Your friends couldn't help you out. You went to go visit this man's family like a thirst trap after what? A few days, a few weeks? Was it before or after he proposed that you went to visit the man's family? I'm just saying. But your friends couldn't help you out. Your friends didn't say like, girl, like something don't feel right. I don't know what kind of friends she got, but obviously your friends don't like you.
Well, let me jump in. Let me jump in. Well, first things first. I wish there's a disclaimer I have at the top of the show which says I'm not reliable or liable for anybody you meet. And it's because of things like this. I wish I could say everybody watching the show has good intentions, but I can't. I cannot confirm the person that reaches out to you. I'm not taking away him lying to you, but I'm going to tell you some things you could have did better to not be a victim for his lies. Yeah. First, they're telling me you were on the show April 12th. Today is June 17th. So that's a little over, like we're around the 2-month mark. And you got engaged to a man that you didn't even know for 2 months.
Yeah. Now look, although I told him yes, I was skeptical until I'm like, okay, I said
well, no,
yes.
But how about just don't even be skeptical? Just be, no, I don't know you. Like I'm saying, lies. How about this? Y'all should expect everybody to be lying. How about that? When you meet someone, it's almost like you get a benefit of the doubt. You don't really get to know somebody more with time, right? Yeah. So I'm not taking away his guilt or not taking away from him lying to you, but I want to make sure that you don't fall for this again. And I think you moved way too fast with a man you have known less than 2 months. Like y'all did a lot in 2 months.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like usually I can't say I know I move fast because usually like I don't give people a chance, and I'm very skeptical.
Was he real attractive? It must have been something about him that you really liked. Was it because you said he was just a manager? No, he was the total opposite of what I would go for, Kendra. I was trying, like usually I have a type. I'm very picky. But since I'm like, okay, well, what I've been doing lately has not been working. So I was going to try something different. I'm like, I'm going to keep an open mind.
No, baby, you didn't keep a mind at all. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay. So she figured, well, I must be doing something wrong because I'm not finding anybody. Or I'm not, finding anybody that wants to commit to me. So let me try something different. No, there's nothing wrong with you other than that you need to be patient. Women, we have to be patient. Men, you have to be patient. It's nothing wrong with you. She decided that whatever she was doing was not working. I'ma try something different. So something Shea B said this story is longer than War and Peace. So basically doing something different means getting engaged before you even get to know the man. Like do you know if he snores a lot or not? Do you know what makes him angry? What his pet peeves are? Do you know what makes him happy? His favorite color? Can he cook? Is he respectful to women? Does he respect his mama? Is he good with children? Can he keep a job? Does he even have a job? What does he do? Well, so you're an accountant. Where do you work? Yeah, so you could call the job and verify. I'm just verifying that, Ronald Jones works for you. I mean, she didn't listen. She was not with this man long enough to smell his fart. Okay, lady.
And I'm gonna go for something that I usually don't go for. And then I'm like, okay. Usually, I always got my guards up. I'm always like, I'm on it. My friends, they tell you like, yeah, I'm on it. But I did the total opposite. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try something different and see if it works. I wasn't opposed to like trying something different and things moving too fast because the show Love is Blind, right? Well, have you heard of that? So I'm like, okay, because I was supposed to go on that show, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just give things a chance. I'm gonna give somebody a chance, and I'm gonna go for their heart and not how they look and everything else.
Boom, there it is. So when she said she was gonna try something different, she didn't mean different like, well, I'm gonna try a dating app. No, she was already on these dating apps and these dating shows and whatnot, and trying to be famous. When I'm gonna do something different, meant for her, I'm not just gonna go based off of looks. I'm gonna get me an ugly dude. Because if he's ugly, then maybe he'll be so appreciative. Because you have some women who think this way, okay? You have some men who think this way, right? I'll get with a woman who's ugly or not that pretty, so dudes ain't gonna be looking at her and whatnot, and I can control her and you know and whatnot. So I'm thinking that it wasn't this man's looks, and this man knows that he doesn't look good, so he's got to have what sounds like a good portfolio, right? That's what it was. That was her something different. I'm going to not that something different. You know what? Let me just accept the marriage proposal. We can always get to know each other. No, her something different was, well, I'm gonna go for a different type of guy. I'm gonna go because she figured that a guy that's not so handsome will be more humble. Well, then she learned a valuable lesson. She should have consulted. I said what I said. Okay, most dating apps are full of married men or rejects with a problem. Not rejects with a problem. I said what I said. That's why I don't do online dating. I don't do dating apps. I tried in my younger years before I had my son, and nope. I met 5 weirdos. One of them became a good friend of mine for many, many years. And I realized I learned the hard way why he was single. Okay. He had an injury in a very special place. And that injury made him special. But unfortunately, it wasn't a good kind of special. Anyway, let's keep going.
Usually this type of man, I wouldn't go for.
Well, okay, so how did things end?
Well, right now, okay.
Oh, wait, one more thing. You said he's preying on women on my show, so he's reached out to other women?
Yes, I found out from his ex-wife that he did this before somebody contacted her. I was on your app, and I was telling my friends, I'm like, I'm not gonna let this event hinder me from finding what I want. What's for me is for me. God gonna deal with him, and I'm gonna move forward, because what he tried to do was break me, and what he will not do is break me. So
okay,
I'm like,
but you said, but what is the proof that he?
Oh, he's on your app. He's still on your app. He got a different age, occupation, and everything. I have text messages. I got video recordings. I got emails of everything from his sister. When I was talking to him, when I was texting him, I got videos of everything, because this ended very ugly. I got the police involved and everything.
So the police are involved because of the credit card charges?
Yes, that, and he also took money from my friend, saying that he was a lawyer to do something for her.
What
but he's
friend
not a
gave
lawyer.
him money? What?
No, but she okay. So file some paperwork. So
but wait, okay, I got a question. You became an investigator in the last 7 days, found his sister and his ex-wife. Why didn't you start off there? Like you had so you told your friend this guy you're dating is a lawyer, and she hired him?
No, this was afterwards. She started asking him questions or whatever about certain things, and he was able to I guess, I don't know exactly their whole conversation, but she asked him questions or whatever. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna get more information. If I don't, I'm gonna get somebody else to help me. So she reached out to him because she reached out to him and they had a conversation. She sent her money, but he sent her the money back, because he was like, I'm not able to help you with what
so he didn't get her money.
No.
Okay. So how much money did he charge to your credit card?
Come on, tell it. Let's go.
Do you not want to share?
Over $30,000.
What? Wait, what? Look at let me move my avatars out the way. Look at Kendra G's face. Kendra G is done. I want her to be like, girl, don't even come on my app no more. Because if you this damn stupid, you don't need to be on my app, because we got some men out there really looking for a good, smart woman. She said, oh, Lord, not your friend. She is saying that the friend was going to hire him as a lawyer, and the friend was going to pay him, but he basically said, well, if I can't help you, then I'll just give you the money back. But he ran up your car for $30,000. 30. Did she even look like she has a credit card with a $30,000 limit? Is that an unfair statement? Am I being too judgy when I say that? I'm just saying, because how does someone who cannot articulate a cohesive story have a credit limit over $30,000? Y'all make it make sense. Help, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? I'm in the wrong business. I'm just saying. Oh Lord. All right. So listen to this story about the 30,000.
And he made these charges in May, and you just noticed it the
No,
last 7 days?
he made I would have to go back on there. It's my Amex card, so I would have to go back on there and see all the dates.
What she say? No, hell no. Wait a minute. What?
May, and you just noticed it the last 7 days?
He made I would have to go back on there. It's my Amex card.
Did she say her Amex card? Can we just have a moment of silence for Trucker Lady T's brain? Just a moment of silence. R.I.P. Okay. So she can't remember when the charges were made. She can barely remember when she saw the charges. She can remember, but she can't remember. This is like Nestor all over again. You know, he made the charges, but he didn't make the charges. It was in May, but it might have been in June. Okay, so he made the charges on her card when they was in Miami, when she left her pocketbook just open, like, you know, on some real disrespectful stuff. Because for me, that's disrespectful to your own self. You don't just leave your pocketbook laying around. Two things you don't do. You don't leave your purse unguarded, and you don't put it on the floor. Okay. And now it's about a month later. And a week ago, she found out about the charges because she's just seeing them on her Amex card. How you have a credit card and you can't even pronounce it? Baby girl, it's called Amex. Okay. It's American Express. It's called Amex. Onisha said, Wisdom, she needs help. Don't you volunteer me. I can't do it. Baby, this is beyond me. It's beyond you. It's beyond Tiger Lily. Look, Tiger Lily said, I'm taking a nap. I ain't got time for this foolishness. She needs Jesus. That was my first thought. How did she get a $30,000 limit? WD was right when she said this lady is like a side hen. She is straight giving side hen vibes. She's giving clout vibes. I feel bad because if the story is true, she is a victim. And, you know, I say that all the time. We are so quick to disbelieve the victims. But in this case, she's making it pretty damn hard to believe this story. Was it Shea that asked, how was it that she got a hold of his ex-wife after 2 months? She said she started doing some digging. First, she went on Google. How did you find his ex-wife and get a number and get her on the phone after just 2 months in? Because I'm telling you, this is giving real Risa Tisa right here. There's a lot of pathological liars, but I'm just saying. And just because Risa Tisa spilled her guts over 50 episodes on TikTok because she didn't know that YouTube, you know, existed, and she was able to recoup some of what she lost, because you can't recoup emotional trauma. However, just because she got put on, and just as quickly as you can get put on and people are interested, you can fall away just as fast. Okay, right on to the wayside, because nobody's really talking about Risa Tisa. Legacy Moon said, if somebody stole from me, will I be able to rattle the dates off in my head? I would, because I keeps receipts. Yeah. I told y'all about the guy who scammed me, and I did a background check and found out his girlfriend, who was listed on one of his dissolved businesses, and reached out to her, and she called me back because she wanted to know what I needed to talk to her about her man about. Okay, and I straight up gave her so many receipts, I probably broke her damn cell phone. I'm just saying.
So I would have to go back on there and see all the dates, because I'm actually in the process of going through them or whatever and sending them to a detective. Because I have stuff. Yeah, it's way more to it, and I'm trying to summarize it. But I seen him. What made me do it was because his sister was like, whatever you do, continue to press charges. You need to get on there, tell Kendra what's going on. I'm like, I really don't want to. But I'm like, I know.
Unfortunately, he makes a lot of allegations, and I can't allow you to say his name. because of all the allegations that you're making. But I have to say this. This is what I have to say. I'm sorry you went through that. And I pray you get your money back. And I'm not negating the wrong that he did. I just want to make all ladies watching a way to be wiser. Okay?
Yeah.
And I know
that
love, here's the deal. I know everybody wants love. Don't fall in love, okay? Be smart in love, okay? Because when you fall in love, you're in a fairy tale land. And I need y'all to be in the real world as you are being in love. And it literally has only been 2 months, and this man had way too much. I can't even see your face. This man had way too much access to your life within 2 months. Like, y'all got to spend more time getting to know these human beings that y'all are meeting, because pretty much everybody gonna lie to some certain degree when you first meet them. But time gives all truth. So I want this to be a lesson for all people. Don't be so gullible and being so open to have strangers in your intimate space so fast.
Yeah.
Facts.
I mean, it definitely is a lesson learned. Like, and I'm like, I still have my life, so I'm grateful for that. It's just I learned a lot from this. Things that I usually wouldn't do, I did.
Well, go back to the things that you usually wouldn't do and don't, and follow the usually wouldn't do.
And that's what I said.
Like the usually, I don't even listen. I know y'all always talking about flew out, fly out, all that stuff. I believe when you dating, you stay in a different hotel. Y'all don't need to be in the same hotel room. I don't really know you still. Like, if it's fine if you live in, we can't really see your face. If you live in different cities, and I know, well, he got to fly me out. Okay, if that's what you live by, that's what you live by. But he also got to get you a hotel too if you're gonna fly by that, because you don't know these people. Y'all don't know these people, okay? So y'all need to have separate places, so this way you can go back to your hotel if things change. Now, I don't know why you accept a proposal for a man that you know less than 2 months. That just, to me, that makes me seem like you just want to be in love and in a relationship so bad, so you wasn't, like, all the logical signs you probably were missing. Now, I can't blame you entirely. I have to give you some blame because you participated. He shouldn't have did it.
But she accepted a marriage proposal, talking about, okay, I'm gonna accept this proposal, but I'm skeptical, but we're gonna get to know each other. Shea B said, what is flued out? What the hell is flued out or float out? That's Nesto talk, okay? This might be one of Nesto's hoes. I'm just saying, I don't know.
Here's the deal. I want to stand on that. What he did was wrong, and he shouldn't have did it. But he couldn't get over on a woman like me, because there have been too many things that we couldn't got to 30 days. And if I was to meet up with him, we ain't in the same hotel that fast.
Tell it, Kendra.
Yeah.
You got a lot of paid questions. They got a lot of things to say to you. You got a lot of paid questions. Let me go to some of the paid questions. Okay, D Green said, what's your contact info? Can you tell me his name? I met someone in the comments who sounds like the same man, but I cut it off quick, never even met. So you want to give out your contact info?
Yeah, because I said I was going to do a storyline and go deep into it. So,
do you want to give out your contact info?
She going to do a storyline. Is she looking for her contact info? Is that what she doing? Because why she was looking down? She gonna do a storyline. So she trying to be Risa Tisa.
My Instagram is,
I gotta look it up. I don't know my Instagram.
Lady T.
Truck Lady T on Instagram if you guys want to DM her. So D Green is Truck Lady T on Instagram. Jihande said, baby girl, you have to grow and be more accountable. Do your homework before you encounter someone, and holler at Theo Cooper.
Holler.
I don't know who that is. Coffee Killer said, this is not as severe as you're making it out to be. Not some of us here in 2 weeks. Only thing I will say is this: she lost 30K. Now 30K is severe.
It was more than that, but that's 30K
is severe.
I can't say that, I did play my part in it or whatever, and yes, I accepted it. But my thing was like, okay, I get to know you along the way, or whatever the case may be. And if any red signs or my thing is, if any red flags or anything was to appear, I'm gonna check it. And as soon as they start, and I started to see them, I'm like, okay, well, this not adding up. This not making sense. And I bring it to the table.
What's not adding up and not making sense is because I'm on her Instagram. She has 6 posts. She's following 137 people, and she has 1,555 followers with 6 posts. One of them is a prayer. Gracious God, I come to you asking for greater discernment. I wonder when she posted that one, y'all. I'm petty. June 19th. She posted this the day after. Look, she posted the day after she did this show. You know, let me share this with y'all real quick. Hold on. I gotta show this to y'all because this is kind of funny. Gracious God, I come to you asking for greater discernment. Your word says that if any of us lacks wisdom, we should ask you, who gives generously to all without finding fault. Lord, life is filled with choices, and I desire wisdom to make decisions that align with your will. Give me a discerning heart and mind. Help me to see situations, people, and opportunities through your eyes. Holy Spirit, you know all truth. Reveal any lies or deception meant to distort, and then it gets cut off. Ma'am, you might have prayed that prayer a little too late. This is her doing her trucker thing. You might have wanted to pray that prayer before you went on to the app. I told Shirley Strober the same thing. Before you go looking for a man, pray for discernment. But this is her. She's still giving me Sonia vibes, but much prettier. All right, this picture is photoshopped. I can clearly see that. But this is her Instagram page. So this is what we're working with, okay? She really is a trucker. Let's go back to YouTube. I just wanted to be petty and take a look.
When I bring it to the table, everything had already, when I started to become aware, it just like everything just
for clarity, your red flags didn't begin until you went to 3 weeks ago.
Last week.
So your red flag just began last week.
Yeah, when I came home, like once I noticed my account and
you flew out,
came home for to get my son, everything just started. Because I was telling my friend, I'm like, something just don't seem right. I don't want to really speak up on it, but I'm just gonna pray and I'm gonna ask God to reveal everything. And when I got home, it's like everything just started to became clear. Like I learned out everything.
Where's your engagement ring?
Hold on, it's right in this
purse.
Turn
the light back on. We can't see your face anymore.
It's in a purse because hold on.
It's in a okay. So she walking around with the engagement ring in the purse. Why you cut out the light? What you had it for? Why the light?
And turn the light back on the way you had it.
Right here.
Okay, yeah. Where's the engagement ring? This is the engagement ring he gave you.
Yep.
How did he propose? I'm just curious. Was it romantic?
No.
Yeah, but it was like
no.
My thing was we was like, okay, well, you know, we're still gonna get to know each other along the way. He gave me 2 rings to choose from.
He gave you so we got 2. And how did it actually happen? Like he got down on one knee where you're at a restaurant?
How does a man propose to you but tell you got 2 rings to choose from? I've never seen a man propose and give you the choice of 2 rings. I've seen a man take a woman ring shopping. I've seen a man, you know, say, well, I got plans, you know, I'll probably pick out 1 or 2 and let you choose. Look, this will make my stomach hurt.
No, we was we was in a host in an Airbnb, came in, it was like rose petals and flowers and everything. And then when I came in, he was like right there with the ring. Did you check
your credit card to see if he charged the rings to your credit card?
No, they're not on there.
Okay, they're not on there. All right.
How she know that? How does she know that the rings are not on there when she said that she's still going through all of the receipts with the investigator? So, because she was real quick and I don't know why I keep catching her with her eyes closed. She was real quick to respond. But then there's other times when she's like, okay, well, let me look at my phone. Like she got a whole script inside her phone. He used her Amex to buy those rings. That can happen. I chose between 3 different rings. No, I get you, Queen Lily, but did he do that at the time he was proposing? Or did he do that in advance? And then obviously if he's showing you 3 different rings, then you know that a proposal is at least in his plans. So that's what I was asking. But I don't think a man proposes and is like, baby, I want to marry you. Here, choose between one of these 3 rings. You usually do that beforehand. And the truth of the matter is, I think she got real excited because she just wanted to be married. Pecan, you've been drinking. I thought you told me that you couldn't get up to get that wine. I thought you told me that you spilled it, that Nightbot was over there and he drank it. Somebody take the wine bottle from Pecan. She said if she breathe hard, her tata is going to come out of that gas pump. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Temu shop like a millionaire. Onisha, you bad. Queen Lily said he knew I was very picky, so I got to choose between 3 different rings. No, I mean I think that is a beautiful thing. And there's nothing wrong with the fact that this man gave her 2 rings to choose from, but that was not the proposal, right? That was just him, y'all looking at rings, right? And if you're looking at rings, then at least you know he has intentions to marry you. But my thing is, you need to know who you're getting engaged to and who you're moving in. I don't know why these men are so quick to move in with their women. You hardly ever see women moving in with men. Why is that? Put a pin in that question. Let's get through this, and we're going to talk about that. Why, and it's not primarily in the Black community. Why is it always the man moving in with the girl? I am, I don't want to use the word obsessed, but I'll say low-key obsessed. So Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has me in a choke hold, okay, with 4 extra D's. And so before I watched the first 2 episodes of the current season, I said, you know what? I missed all of season 11. Let me go back. And I literally have been like binge watching. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about some Love and Hip Hop because first of all, this had to be the best season probably like in the whole franchise, but so much in one season. I could talk for hours and days. But anyway, let's get back to this video.
Paul said, I think we just got slower listening to this madness. LII said, you done all this talking, and sorry you went through that, but tell us and stop playing respectfully. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. Kings of Queens says she thought he had money. That's why she moved fast. Did you think he had money?
Not necessarily. I have money. I drive trucks. So it's not all about the money. I like the way the things that he told me, allegedly, from his background. So it's not all about the money because I have money. If I didn't have the money,
did you think he had money? I mean, I know you had money, but were you excited that you felt that this guy had money? He's on your level. Did you think he had money?
Man, yeah, I thought he had some money, of course. But it wasn't just for the money.
Understand. Okay. Corvette said, I want to know where the ring is. We just saw the ring. Igbo said, it's not Kendra's fault. You're thirsty and slow, man.
Well, I've never said it was Kendra's fault.
Right.
I just came out here to tell my story. Thirsty. I can get anybody I want.
So why are you on a dating app if you can get anybody you want? I mean, she looks like she can get anybody she wants. Maybe it's because she's a trucker and she's on the road all the time, so she had to go through an app because she just doesn't have time to go out and meet people. But again, this is a lot. So she flew out to meet the dude, and he ran up $30,000 on her Amex card, over $30,000. He didn't charge the rings on her Amex card. She knew that right away, even though she couldn't remember simple stuff like, what she had for dinner last night. And I'm just being funny. She couldn't remember like what happened just a week ago. She couldn't remember when they first started talking. She couldn't remember exactly when they went to Miami. She had to look that up on her phone. Oh, it was let me look at my phone. It was okay, wait. Yeah, so okay, yeah, May 18th. So, but she knew for sure that he didn't charge them rings to her card. I find that interesting. That's the only thing she could remember. She might be related to Sonia. Sonia, you got a relative out here, okay? And she got a bad memory too.
She get anybody she wants. Oh, Coffee Killer had another question earlier. If you go for something different and still didn't work, the common denominator is you, ma'am.
No, it's not.
You definitely gotta be smarter. Like what I will say is you gotta maybe discernment is not a gift everybody has, but you have to get better discernment. Stop being so trusting to strangers.
And
that's why she prayed for discernment, because Kendra G was trying to get her right.
I'm using that.
People. Like at the end of the day, 2 months, you don't still even know this man, to be quite honest. It's 2 months to this day. So you move really, really fast. The Tate Gaming said, all that head, and she's okay. We're gonna keep going. This is Risa Tessa, part 51 to 75. They're calling you the girl from TikTok.
And it's, if I go in detail, it really is.
Well, y'all need to stop. That's not a compliment. When I saw
it's not.
When I saw her story,
it's traumatic.
The person said we wouldn't have finished episode 1 because there was a red flag in episode 1. D Green said, definitely did a lot in 2 months. I guess what they say about male truck drivers goes for female truck drivers. That's the one that wants to know his name.
No, that's not true. Because before I was messing with him, all I did was work, take care of my child, take care of my child.
Okay, so maybe you should just focus on taking care of your child. Maybe this is not a good time to date. If you don't know how to date, you shouldn't be dating right now. Legacy Moo, she did show the ring. She did, and it's a beautiful ring. It's round, and it's not a solitaire diamond. It's a bunch of diamonds, smaller diamonds in a round setting. It's pretty. Yes, Kendra is a pretty queen. She is doing the damn thing out here. And sorry, y'all. Every now and again, I kind of like get a half hiccup. It's weird. It does something weird in my throat. I don't know. Just as I get older, all type of funny things start happening. Pecan 10 said, I'm so glad I'm on real strong pain meds. Them 30 G's would have took me out. Oh, you high. That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Okay. Chance the Chief said, Kendra's patient as hell. She would have got 100 dams. That's crazy from me. All right. So right now where you're at is you're doing an investigation with the police.
Yes, but I did see him on your app. So that's why his sister's like, you need to reach out to Kendra, let her know.
Here's the deal. I mean, let's just talk about this. In all dating apps, not just my app, people they lie about age. I had a woman up here on my show who literally did an interview with me, and then I went to the app. She had a different age and a different name. So even on the app and all apps, still proceed with caution. I know I know there's a lot of people out there, y'all good-hearted, angel-walking people. You have to always proceed with caution. Always listen. You have to have your guard up, and you always have to get to know a person first. Especially, do not have your credit cards around people. Now, I pray you can get your $30,000 back. I really do. I pray you get your money back. That's terrible. And I think just may he get what he gets. I mean, I feel like isn't that like a jail? That could be a jail offense, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, because he was writing bad checks and everything. So
he charged $30,000 and he wrote checks in your name?
He tried to pay the balance off. That's how I found out, like, once I talked to his ex-wife and she told me he was an accountant, some of the things that he was doing, it started to like click. I'm like, okay, so once I seen that he tried to go and he tried to give me a check to pay his balance, but the check bounced. I'm like, he was like, well, I'm gonna pay it. But I'm like, his ex-wife said his accountant. So he got access to other people's accounts that he's trying to pay my card off with.
Oh, child. Listen, I am very, very sorry you went through this. My first prayer is you get your money back. I think that should be my first prayer is that you get your money back.
Speaking of getting money back, so I believe it was I Said What I Said, made a comment that wouldn't she, instead of going to the investigator, wouldn't she try to resolve that with American Express first? I don't know, but a $30,000 claim is a lot. So they Amex, because it's not American Express, it's not Amex, it's Amex. Okay, I have an Amex card. Trucker Lady T has an Amex, so Amex probably told her, "Look here, that's grand larceny. You need to call the police, and then we'll see what they say, and then maybe we'll help you." She probably tried to sell the ring, Queen Lily, but Shea B said that ring is on Amazon for $16.99. No, Shea B, but it is on Amazon for $74.99. And so she probably did try to sell the ring, and you know, it found out it was fake. Because the other thing is, I don't know how other people do it, but the way that I was raised, you get an engagement ring, the first thing you need to do is go get it appraised. First thing. I've heard so many stories. There's actually a show, one of these shows, and all the show is about are people who have jewelry who they thought was worth something, only to find out that it's fake. Maybe 1 out of 10 people may have that piece of jewelry that's really valuable. All right, get your stuff appraised, because any man can get a ring out the Cracker Jacks box. Okay, they even have these little gumball machines where you go to the supermarket, you put a quarter in, you turn a little click, 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 you know, and then little prize jumps down. Anybody can get a little cheap fake ring, as we saw, $74.99. Okay, and you know, make sure that it's real. Make sure, because if a man tells you that it's a real diamond ring, okay, and you find out that, you know, the little fight, how much did you spend? $5,000, and you find out that it's really only worth $50, then that should tell you all you need to know right there. So yeah, this is basically the ring that she showed. The band is different, but that's what the diamonds look like. That's basically it. She said he's Nesto 5.0. Yes, get it appraised. And if one of you who are listening right now, if someone has proposed to you, or if you're married and you've never gotten your ring appraised, what you waiting for? Get your ring appraised. And if it is valuable, get it insured, because you never know what may happen. Shea B said, I am very picky. I pick my own ring out. I know that's right. First time I was married, I did pick out my own ring. The second time I was married, he picked out the ring. He actually he did a good job. He did a really anyway. I'll tell y'all my story another time about my second marriage. But I am going to tell y'all a quick story about somebody that I met online. And this is why I don't do the online dating thing anymore. It's not a trigger. It's not anything real dramatic, emotional. No tears tonight. No tissues tonight. We're not doing that tonight. It's Friday. Okay. I said what I said. The first thing I am doing is turning over to check to see if there are holes on the diamond portion. Then I'm going to get it appraised. She says she checking for holes. Okay. Not hoes, Nesto, holes. Uncle Willie says real love is invaluable. He's looking on Amazon right now. Oh my God. June's poetry. You're a mess. All right, we're going to let her finish up the rest of the few minutes of what she got to say. I'm going to tell y'all my story about my experience with online dating. I got a couple funny stories, and then we out.
Yeah. Keep me in the loop on how that scenario goes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because I tried to email you. I didn't know if that email actually worked.
There's a couple girls. It's not even about email working. Emails don't always come to me, like, you don't just email me and I get it. There's steps.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, somebody will see it or assisted somebody.
But no, I didn't know anything about your story until this moment.
Yeah. I mean, because I haven't really spoken about it, because it's a lot to talk about. It is different things that I haven't even told you about. So that's why I was like, okay.
You're not pregnant, are you?
No. Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
Do you want to? No. You got more questions? Do you want to hear it?
Go ahead.
Okay, I can't pronounce all y'all names.
See, that little smirk right there, and I promise y'all, this is gonna be the last time I pause it. That little smirk right there is why I started to believe that this may not have been true. Too many red flags. She can't pronounce Amex. She mispronounced the credit card. She's talking about she flew out. Now, granted, I get it. I don't know who said it, but someone mentioned in the chat, you know, in Texas, you do have communities where people just don't get a very good education. So it's very possible that this did happen to her. She just, and it's not even about being educated or not, because we don't call them educated fools for nothing, right? Educated women have been fooled before. Look at what happened with Ebony Steele and with so many of the women that Nesto was with. But some people just lack discernment. But she flew out. She just left her purse. She's in a hotel with a man that she's been talking to online, but she's meeting him for the first time, or going away with somebody that she doesn't know well. She's given a story that sounds very much like Risa Tisa. She can't remember any dates without kind of looking it up. And then when Kendra G asked her, "Do you want to continue?" she had a little smirk, like she's enjoying this, even though people are hitting her up with some nasty comments. She's enjoying it.
SoFi said, "Man, banks are not responsible for reckless behavior. Human error is on you. If the bank refunded you and people like you, banks would collapse."
Oh no.
I don't know. This person doesn't believe it. She says, "Kendra, this is fake, and she's trying to come up on social media. Please don't make her a highlight. That's what she wants. This is fake, 1000%.
That part.
What you want to hear a recorder?
No, we don't want to hear a recording. I mean, she just showed us the ring. Honestly, I'm gonna say this. This is embarrassing to be fake. Like, this is not a story that you should want to make up to be attached to. So there's no good clout. You know, yes, I know people want to be famous, but I don't know why. I mean, I don't know if this, well, maybe because of Risa and how her life changed, but that's a once in a lifetime situation. I don't think everybody's going to become a star off of being played by a man. So I hope, I don't see any good reason to stand by this lie if it was a made up story.
Okay, I lied. I had to pause it again. Unless you're chasing clout. I'm looking on her IG again. Okay. I'm looking on her IG page once more. All right. 1,555 subs, 6 videos. All right. The last video that she posted was on July 13th, 52 likes. The video before that, 52 likes, 76 likes, 486 likes. That was June 18th. Okay. And she's praying once again. Heavenly Father, grant me wisdom and discernment to separate truth from deception. Open the eyes of my heart. Teach me to see through the enemy's lies. Tune my ears to the voice of your spirit so I detect misleading voices. Give me clarity when navigating conflicting ideas. Anchor me firmly in your word. Protect me from being swayed by compromised philosophies. And that's a beautiful prayer. It's just sad that she didn't pray that prayer sooner. And that one got 586 likes. Then she has another video where she flew somewhere. She's on a plane because I could see clouds. And then this is not her video, somebody else's video. And then she has another video with 113 likes. So 1,555 people following her where? I mean, people can buy subscribers. So I don't know if this young lady is chasing clout. If you know, she may, I hope she didn't make this up, because that would be really, really messed up. With her body shape, she couldn't go any place in Dallas without men trying to holler at her. They be on you, and it's all nationalities. Yeah, she's gorgeous. For those of you who didn't see it, I'll just share it real quick one more time. She's in great shape. She has an amazing body. Okay, well, I won't show the video. I'll just show that. Okay. And I don't even think that's a BBL, to be honest with you. I don't know. It could be, because some of these BBLs be looking real. But anyway, let's go back to the YouTube video. But I don't know what to think. Shea read my mind. I wonder how many Amex points she got from that $30,000 purchase. I can't with y'all.
And I wouldn't have evidence and people to back up what I'm saying. And only reason I really was saying something because I seen that he's still at it. And yes, I am a victim of his foolishness, And everything, you know, although he stole money from me, I know I could get that back. I done lost, what the fuck? I done lost more money than that. So that's not
So
a problem.
30,000 is not a problem for her. She could lose 30K. That ain't a problem because she done lost money before. Why would a man want you as a wife? You have no discernment. She is dressed in a shirt that is basically ripped on purpose with safety pins.
The woman.
Okay, holding it together. Okay, that's how she's dressed. All right, with her left boob and Sylvia's left nipple sticking out. Okay, excuse me. And what makes her think she's wife material? You are financially irresponsible. You are not making good decisions. Being on this phone this whole time at a gas stations are not the safest places to be at night. I don't know what time it is. Maybe she feels because she's a trucker. She does this. I don't know. But who wants their son to marry a fool? I'm just saying. All right, let's get back to it.
Carlos Sue said, I'm sorry this happened to you. Okay. Okay, Coffee Killer wants to know, when y'all went on trips, who paid for them?
Here we go. She can't remember.
Okay, so
be honest.
Miami trip, he paid for.
What did he pay for Miami? He paid for your flight?
He paid for like a yacht. He paid for, we had went out to like steakhouses.
Now you see where her eyes are, right? Her eyes are all over the place. She's looking up, she's looking to the left and the right because she's thinking. Why does she have to think? It wasn't that long ago. It was a month ago. You can't remember a trip from a month ago?
Pay for your flight?
Yeah.
He paid for your flight. Did he pay for where y'all stayed?
The Airbnb, I paid for that.
You paid for the Airbnb?
She had to think about it. She had to think about who paid for the Airbnb. She was thinking about whether or not she was going to tell the truth right there. That's what she was doing. It's not that she didn't know she didn't pay for the Airbnb. She was trying to decide. I am Mrs. BB says she probably had a truck stop. I am Mrs. BB. Listen, you probably right. Okay. I swear this is giving Sonia. You have to think whether or not, how do you not remember that you paid for an Airbnb? So basically she paid for the trip. She's saying he paid for the flights, but depending on where they went, flights are not always that expensive, but Airbnbs can be very expensive depending on how long you stay. But she said he paid for the trip, but he didn't really pay for the trip. How did he pay for the trip when you paid for the Airbnb? He paid for the flights and he paid for a private yacht. Come on, ma'am. And you had to think about it. No, I paid.
What's your flight?
Yeah. What else? Dallas, he paid for.
You mean he paid for the flights in Dallas and you paid for the hotel again? Is that what you mean? Or he paid for the whole thing? Because she doesn't understand what it means. When a man pays, he pays for it all. His flight, your flight, the hotel. That's what it means when a man pays. Okay. Miss Munch 08 says she's pulling a Juicy Smollett. She's pulling a Jussie Smollett. Oh, goodness.
And stuff in Pennsylvania, he was paying for.
Okay. Well, okay. So when he paid for your flight, did he give you the credit card? Like, or he just booked it and sent you the information?
He just booked it and sent me the information. Like, he also booked a trip for, so for Mother's Day, he booked a trip for me and my friend to go to St. Lucia's.
What? Did y'all go?
I'm done. I'm done. You know what? I am so lady. Okay, I'm done. And if I had a mean face, we're logging off. I would have given St. Lucia. What? Anybody? Any of y'all? I was gonna say anybody of y'all. See, this is what happens when you listen to people who talk like this. Any one of y'all ever been to St. Lucia's? Where the hell is St. Lucia's? I ain't never heard of no St. Lucia's. I'm just saying. I have heard of a St. Lucia, but she had to think about it. And you gotta tap your teeth. Don't Sonya do that? She tap the teeth. Let me see what eye that I'm gonna make up. Okay, St. Lucia's, because nobody probably never been there before.
No, the trip was supposed to be in August.
Oh, so y'all didn't go. So what did you do for Mother's Day? Were you guys together?
No, I was with my son, so no, we wasn't together.
So he gave you and your friend a Mother's Day gift?
Yes, because so by me driving trucks, my friend was helping me with my son. So
why did your man buy your friend a Mother's Day
No,
gift?
I was talking to him like, I'm trying to figure out what to give, what I could do for my friend. And he just so happened like, okay, what's her birthday? And I gave him a birthday. Next thing I know, he sent me a confirmation for us to go on the trip. I'm like, it caught me out the blue because I was literally standing next to her and I wasn't expecting him to do that.
Okay, so he bought y'all both and he sent y'all the confirmations. So you have a trip for St. Lucia in August.
Yeah.
Keep the light on. We can't see your face when you turn the light on.
The books.
Oh, okay. We're almost done. There's somebody in defense for you. Let me read this. Hollywood said, why are y'all cousins being so mean and judgmental? This woman is not trying to come up. She's already got bank. This was brave of her to share. She's trying to help y'all miserable asses. So Hollywood is siding with you. Okay. Someone said a yacht. Let's go to that. You said he rented a yacht?
Yeah. In Miami.
So was it just you and him on the yacht? Okay. It was just you and him on the yacht. All right. Well, listen, again, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry you went through this. And I want you to keep me updated. I really want you to get your money back. And if all things align and you have proof, I don't really know the law like that, to be quite honest, but I feel like there got to be some type of repercussions, even jail time, because you sold your credit card.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wait, someone said this. Girl, you done got everybody. Tam Renee said, you are calm. His name would have been Where Truck Lady Is. $30,000 ain't no joke.
I am, because it took for the last couple of days, when I talk about it, I get emotional. So it's like, it's nothing really I could really do about it but proceed legally. I have a lot to lose. Now, I could have went the other route. I could have.
Don't say anything that you want to be held accountable for.
I could have did something that was crazy, but I have a lot to lose and I have a child.
Yeah, so don't even allude to that. Some people think you paid for the trip. They said he paid for everything because he got $30K from you.
I mean, they can think what you want to think. I mean.
So you didn't pay for none of the trips?
I paid for the Airbnb. I paid for, what else I did? I had bought him a gift when we was in Miami.
What? Oh my God, lady. Lisa Glaze, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, Carisha Please is the one who coined the phrase flued out 3 years ago. Why am I not surprised? Yeah, you mean Young Miami. I got you. I am not surprised that Young Miami coined the term flued out, because she's another one that's not wrapped up. That's probably wrapped up too tight. I'm so behind. I'm looking at what an Airbnb is, but it's Airbnb. June's Poetry, you funny. Yes, Legacy Moon, child. She over here trying to think. I can never pause it when she looking up, trying to figure out which lie she gonna tell next. Okay, because I'm with I Am Mrs. BB. She's making this ish up as she goes. Okay, she's making it up as she goes. And you pay for everything. Stop lying.
Yeah, and whatever else, because I haven't, like, I looked at the credit card thing. I took screenshots of my credit card statement. I sent it to the detective. It's just that the more I look into stuff, or the more I really go in detail with stuff, it just angers me. So I'm like, I still got to move forward. I still got to live. So it's like sometimes I try not to think about it and just think about my job and my child and just moving forward.
Okay. Last one says someone said you're not upset enough to have lost 30,000.
Well, let's let her finish her thought.
I lost 100K before.
What?
So
to a man?
No, not to a man. I just blew it. I blew it. So I know what I'm capable of. I can make it, lose it, make it, lose it. It's money. I know my hustle, my drive, so I know I can make it back. Like I said, I drive trucks. So, and there's a lot of other things that I could do.
Okay.
I mean, that shirt is pretty much showing what else she could do. She's showing a whole lot of action. June's Poetry done gifted 5 memberships, y'all. We got 5 new wisdom ambassadors, baby. I got Lisa Glaze, Onisha Jones, Miss Munch 08, The Real Brown Family Chronicles, and Zen Soul were all gifted by June's Poetry. June's Poetry, thank you so very much, King. Make sure y'all give him a huge, warm wisdom. Thank you. All right. And y'all know how this go because y'all ain't new around here. We be king now. Throw it up in the chat. Make our newest wisdom ambassadors feel welcome. All right, y'all. Welcome officially to the family. You've been gifted a 1-month membership, and I hope that you will decide to keep it. The membership is $2.99 a month. There is a VIP level that's $7.99 a month. The benefits are pretty similar. There's a couple of little things extra that I'm working on for our VIPs, working on getting some t-shirts made. However, I do pray that you will choose to keep those memberships. And again, King, may your gift return back to you tenfold. All right. And to Lisa Glaze, may your gift return back to you tenfold. She is a whole problem. Okay. She is a whole problem. Legacy Moon said, I'm sorry, I'm convinced she's lying. And again, I feel bad that it's difficult for me to believe her because she's just such a bad storyteller. But my thing is this. Number one, no emotion. Who is so nonchalant about losing 100K? Are you serious? So basically, you've lost 130,000, more than 130,000, ultimately. Oh, I just blew it. Because I drive trucks. Okay, I know a lot of people that drive trucks, but I don't. And see, CP Trucker is not here because CP Trucker could definitely educate us on what truckers make. But I don't know if truckers are making. Let me just Google it. How much do truck drivers make? Are they making 100,000 a year? I mean, I know like if you get that good overtime. I wish my dad was he probably sleep because I could have asked him. Okay, so according to Cloud Trucks, as of March 2024, truck driver salaries can range from $54,000 to $189,000 annually. Y'all listen. We gotta find Peach Cobbler, aka Dre. Dre could be making almost 200 grand a year driving trucks. We need to find Mr. Dre. Mr. Dre, we got plenty of women in the Wisdom family who will treat you good and treat you right. If you're interested, I'm just saying, okay? You don't have to worry about all these crazy women that Nesto be trying to hook you up with. I promise you that we got you over here in Wisdom's family. That ring is $79 at Kmart. Yes, we also found it for $79 at Amazon. Oh my goodness. This was a lot. I've never heard someone tell a story so bad and just all caught up in the wrong details. But let me quickly tell y'all before we cut out. Let me tell you about my experience with online dating. So I had to be about maybe 25, 26 years old at the time. It was definitely before I had my son. And I was on a website, dating site called Badoo. I don't know if any of you remember the dating site Badoo, but I was on Badoo, and it was primarily a Black dating site that was really popular, and I was meeting a few people. I was very specific with what I wanted. You needed to have your own apartment because I had my own apartment. You need to have your own car because I had my own car. You needed to have a job because I had a job. Okay. You need to have some money and some resources. I did not want to entertain anybody. And sorry, y'all, because my throat was getting all dry and I did not make my tea. I did not want to entertain anybody who was living with their mama. Okay. Because what happens, and remember the question that I asked earlier, why is it that in the Black community, you have situations more often than not where these men are moving in with the women instead of the women moving in with the men? Right. So it sounds to me like the men don't have their ish together, because where are these men coming from? If a man has an apartment, unless his apartment is just small and the woman has a bigger apartment, where is he coming from? Is he coming from his last baby mama? His last girlfriend? Is he coming from his baby mama? Is he coming from the last jump off's house? Is he just coming out of jail and he was sleeping on his cousin's couch and now he met you and he's smelling good and looking all fine and saying the right things and now he's moving in with you? Right? You need to see where these men are living before you just move them into your house. See what the situation is, and do not move a man into your house that's living with his mama. Okay? Let him get his own place. Now, it could, in all fairness, a lot of the times women have children, so they will have an apartment that's bigger, because if it's a single man, he's probably going to have a studio, a bachelor pad, whatever you call it. But still, if that man has means, then, okay, so we're going to get a 1-bedroom. Anyway, so here was my experience. So one of the first guys that I met was 6'7". I thought he was lying about his height. Turns out he was not. His name was Sincere. That was actually his legal name. I thought he was lying about his legal name. He was not. That was his name. All right. I'm gonna mute myself anytime I have to clear my throat. Hang on. And so his name really was Sincere. However, he wasn't really sincere. He was sweet, but not sincere, because sincere implies honesty, right? And so, because of what I found out about him, if he read my profile, he had no business contacting me, because I said what I said. I said what I wanted. So his name was Sincere. He was 6'7". I didn't believe any of that. Handsome guy, light skin, gray, green color eyes, that change color depending on what he wears. Okay, now we're about to have a grown conversation. All right. So if you got any kiddies up, it's 11 o'clock. They should be in bed anyway. All right. If you at work, put your earbuds in, because we're about to have a grown conversation. He started sending me pictures of his business. Okay. And I was not impressed by the first picture. As a matter of fact, I was ready to delete his profile. And then he showed me a picture of his business when he got happy. Okay. And he was teasing me like, oh, it's a Coke bottle. I'm like, you lying. I was like, you effing lying. He wasn't lying about that. He was lying about some stuff, but it wasn't about that. Okay. So he really is 6'7". His name really is Sincere, because I saw his ID. He really does have a Coke bottle. Okay. He put that Coke bottle to shame. Let's just say that. We have an adult conversation. I'm trying to be nice. Okay. And so, I'm not going to be too explicit on here, but anyway, so, he showed me what he was working with. And I was like, well, damn. Okay. Like, I only see that in the movies, not the movies you go to see, like, AMC, but the movies, that you rent. Anyway, so we start talking. He starts coming to my job. He's bringing me flowers. He's bringing me lunch. Everyone's like, girl, he fine. He tall. I mean, when I tell you, I felt like a little kid standing next to him. I'm only about 5'4". Okay. And barely 5'4" if I'm barefoot. Anyway, so he's a whole over a foot taller than me. And so long story short, I start seeing some things that's not adding up, right? And so all of a sudden he's moving out of his apartment. He has an issue with the landlord. He has to go back home. And this was before I got to even see his place. So within a week or two, he was already moving. But the problem is, he had made the mistake of calling me from his old apartment, right? And then when he moved to back home with his parents, it was the same number. And I'm saying to myself, how is it that you're calling me from a landline from the apartment that you used to rent? Shea B is acting up. Shea, you can call me and I'll tell you about the Coke bottle. He was trying to let me know that his business was as long and as thick as a 20-ounce Coke bottle. Okay. That's what he was trying to imply to me. He was trying to let me know that he was really working with something. Okay. So it was long and big. Okay. Anyway, y'all got my accent, my southern accent coming out because I got two. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure out how was it that you at your parents' house, but when you called me before saying that you were moving to your parents' house, it's the same number. No, because what happened was I forwarded and no, baby, call forwarding doesn't work like that. So help me understand what's going on here. So that was the first red flag. I said something's not right. He didn't have a car, and that was one of my stipulations, but whatever, we always met. I eventually found out when it was taking him way too long to get, and I'm like, but where you live, it shouldn't take this long. Y'all, this man was walking to my job from a whole other freaking county. Now, this was when I lived in New York City. So just so you guys understand, right? Because you got some people that's from way upstate talking about, yeah, I'm from New York City. No, you're not. You're from New York State. New York City is composed of 5 boroughs, right? Manhattan Island, it is an island. So you can only get to the mainland by bridge. There's Brooklyn, which is attached to the mainland. There's Staten Island, also another island. There's Queens, which is just behind Brooklyn, going towards Long Island, again, mainland. Which one did I forget? I got Manhattan, Brooklyn. Oh, and then there's the Bronx. Okay. And the Bronx is also mainland. And if you're in Manhattan, which is where I worked, and I worked uptown, there are a number of bridges. And so he was literally, he didn't live that far from JFK Airport. And so it was, I can't even fathom this man walking. I don't know if it was an hour or 2 hours it took, but when I found out that this man was walking, I'm saying to myself, but why? Why would you be walking? Baby, can you stop? I'm trying to tell a story. She said an elephant trunk. Okay, he had a horsey sausage, a rhino sausage. Yes. Okay. So I'm saying to myself, why would this man have to walk to come visit me? Like you don't have a Metro card, which is, we talked about the Metro card before. Remember Lamont was telling Nestor about the Metro card. I know it. So that confirmed he definitely didn't have a car. He was walking to come visit me because he didn't have any money. He didn't even have money to put on a Metro card because he didn't have a job. So I found out that he really was 6'7". Okay. He really was hung like a horse. Okay. His name really was Sincere. However, he did not have a job. He did not have his own apartment. He did not have a car. Those are the 3 things that I stipulated. And so I was already at a point where I'm like, listen, I don't care how swing low, sweet chariot. I don't give a good goddamn. Okay. I was already kind of turned off, but I felt bad. You stuff. Oh. So here is how that little situationship ended. He stole from me. So, we were together. He was at my place. We were together. And back then, I used to fold my $20 bills a certain way. Don't ask me why I did it, but I used to fold them a certain way and put them in my wallet. Go in my wallet, I got $20 missing. Now, unlike this trucker lady, I didn't necessarily have my wallet, unguarded, but apparently he got in my bag anyway, took the $20. So we're hanging out, we're chilling, we're, watching a movie, it wasn't Netflix and chill back then. We was watching a Blockbuster movie. All right. You remember we used to rent the DVDs from Blockbuster. I had a little count, so I miss those days. Anyway, so we're watching a Blockbuster movie and he takes off his socks. Now, at this point, I had already realized that the $20 was missing, but I didn't want to even fathom that this man stole from me, even $20. So I questioned him about it. No, I wouldn't do that. I would never steal from you. Lied to me with a straight face. I was like, okay. I knew he took it because I knew it was in my wallet and now it's not, and he didn't get up and walk away. But he told me he didn't, so I left it at that. So we hanging out, we chilling, we watching a movie. All right. His feet was starting to sweat. And I'm like, yo, your feet stink. Take them socks off, let your feet air out. Okay. And as soon as he took off his socks, he must have forgotten that he had the $20. $20 drops out. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, you dropped $20 out your sock and it's folded exactly the way that I fold my money. He still would not admit that he stole the $20. So he has something that belonged to me. I knew this relationship was going to end, but he has something that you can even call it a relationship. This dating ship, courting. That's what they call it back in the day. We were courting. He has something that belonged to me and I wanted it back. It was actually a backpack. Sidebar about this backpack. One of the neighbors, wherever she was ordering from, she must have been a hoarder because she was constantly ordering stuff. And the apartment was wrong in their system. So they kept sending her packages to our door. And I got tired of having to bring this lady her packages or take it back downstairs, you know, to the package office in the building. And I said, the next package that arrives at my damn door that I like, I'm keeping it. And it happens to be this really cool, like hiking type of backpack, all these really cool pockets and whatnot. It's just really cool. I still have that backpack to this day. I've had that backpack for 20 years now. Anyway, so I wanted my freaking backpack because I had loaned it to him and it meant something to me. So I was like, you know what, let's meet. Come to my job. Let's meet. So he came to my job and I'm like, let's take a walk. Cause I was about to break up with him. Let's take a walk. So we took a walk. We're walking on the water. And I was like, oh, there's a bench. Come on, let's sit down. So I questioned him again about the money. I said, listen, I know that you took it. Don't lie to me. Let's not do that. I said, because if you do not tell me the truth, I'm walking away. Well, I played him because I was walking away anyway. He breaks down crying. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. All of that, right? I can't stand when a man cries. Okay, I really can't. But I was not. Shea really with the elephant stick. All right, 50 talking about the magic stick. Dude had an elephant stick. I cannot with y'all. So he's over here. Please don't leave me. All of that. I'm like, what? And don't get me wrong. It's not that a man can't cry, but the way that he was crying, like when I tell you, I had to turn my face because I was like stifling my laugh. It wasn't even cute. I didn't feel sorry for him at all. But when I told him to meet me, I told him to bring the backpack. I didn't tell him why, and he didn't ask. So I was like, yeah, you still got my backpack? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, bring it with you. You know, we'll have a little picnic. Bring it with you. So he probably thought that I was going to put stuff in the backpack for him to take back home. No, ma'am, no, sir. So he's crying. I'm like, wipe your face, cut it up, cut it out. I give him tissue, whatever. I'm like, listen, you stole from me. I can never trust you. I can't do this. You don't have your own place. You lied about that. You don't have a job and you don't have any money. You lied about that. And you're walking from a whole nother borough across bridges and to come to my job? No. That's not going to work. And you don't have a car. That's not going to work. I said, I'm really sorry to do this to you, but I can't be with somebody like that. I said, you should have never contacted me because I know I made it clear what I wanted. And see, he had to tell. Whenever he was lying, he would start with, I'm going to go ahead. Well, I'm going to go ahead in this and we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead. So whenever he said that, I knew whatever came after that was a lie. I figured it out early on. I left that man sobbing his eyes out in a fetal position on the bench, crying like a baby, and went back to work like it wasn't nothing with my backpack. Swiper, no swiping. All right. Oh my God. So that was an impromptu. Let me not take the Lord's name in vain. Oh my Lord. But that was an impromptu story time. I got 1,000,001 stories. All right. So pretty sure if you got a topic, I got something I've been through similar to it. But anyway, yes, I took my backpack and my backpack. I took my backpack and my back fat and went back to work. Okay. That's what I did. So, yeah, I did have a few other people after him that I met online, and it was just a bunch of weirdos. And I'm like, I'm done. I can't. I can't do this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. Kimmy, who said that was extra. 369 Blue Neptune said, "You a good detective, WD. Thank you very much. Thank you." And yes, Pro Jackson said a little reminder, please hit the like button for Wisdom's Daughter. I would appreciate it. Listen, those of you who are newly subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. It may not mean very much to you, but it means a great deal to me. We are growing and we are glowing, and you guys are a part of the glow up. I'm so excited because we're almost at 5,000. And just for those of you who are newly started with your YouTube channels, you know, you get excited when you get to the 500 because that's one of the first qualifications of being monetized. And it's called momentum, right? You get to 1,000. It's a stretch, that 1,000 to 5,000. But once you get to 5,000, it's like you kind of get over the hump and you get some big momentum. And so it's a really big deal getting to 5,000 subscribers. It lets people know that, you know, you got something legit, something going on. I've enjoyed you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this picnic. It was a little different. We were few in number, but we were numerous in the laughter. So go ahead and finish up your wine or corn liquor or whatever y'all was drinking. Hopefully y'all ate dinner and all those things. Pecan Tan, I'm cutting you off for the night. You are done. You high as a kite anyway on some pain meds. Baby, you can't have nothing else tonight. All right, y'all. Listen, again, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And y'all already know how this go. Be safe, be at peace, and keep your eyes and your ears to these social media streets. And I will see y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.